Hey guys, it's Evan, and right here's Liam. He's recording.
Hi, I'm Liam.
Hey, Liam,
Yes, I'm Liam.
have you ever thrown something away and really regretted it?
I lost my glasses for 6 months once. I was blind.
Well, that sucks. Okay, well, we have a message for you guys.
It was. Yo, what up? That's Noah. We're gonna play a game. So basically, what we're gonna do, Noah, explain it.
There's words and you guess the theme.
Yeah, you guessed the theme from the words. And you're going to be playing against us, probably. Throw us some words. What are the words? The words are...
Balloon, tire, lung, and mattress.
Things that blow up.
The inflating things.
Things that are full of air.
They explode. Yeah.
Things you fill with air. Heck yeah. I'm a winner. 1-0 to Noah. What's next? 1-0. No, I'm calling it 0. I don't know what this is. Glacier, slug, lineup, turtle. What?
That is
Glacier,
glaciers,
slug,
snow.
lineup, turtle.
Turtle and slug kind of go together.
Things that are low to the ground. Things that are big.
Things that move slow.
All right, 1-1. It's 1-1.
A lineup? What?
What is a lineup? What? Oh, because lining up is slow. It's slow. I got you. I'm tracking. All right, roller coaster, airplane, elevator, yo-yo.
Carnival rides.
Things that go up and down. Things that go up and down!
You've done this before.
I've never done this before. I've literally never. I got the last one wrong. How would I have done this before and gotten the last one
You
wrong?
gotta fake it to make it look
That's
good.
true. If I was going to hustle you, that's how I would do it. Freebies.
Yeah. Bug bite, insulation, allergies, dry skin. Things that make you itch. Make you itchy.
Makes you itchy. Scarf, blanket, hat, and mittens. I really wanted to read that top one as scare for some reason. I don't maybe it's a lot harder. I think it's things that can be knit, things that are worn, things you knit. Let me hear it.
Yeah, I
Two,
was gonna
two.
say warm
Peace and
things,
love.
but, Toilet paper, coins, tape, and wallpaper.
Oh jeez. Things that made What the heck? How does coins fit in there? What does that even mean?
Everything but coins, but
Things you roll?
what? You roll a coin? Have you ever rolled a coin?
Put them in the rolls. In the bank. And
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And plus, you just roll it on the ground if you want to, I guess.
But then they eventually just spin.
All right, that was fun. Bye, everybody. Deuces.
Hey guys, the last 2 weeks we've been looking at a series of parables that Jesus told. Now, remember, a parable is a made-up story, but with a purpose. It means Jesus was trying to teach us something about God and how God looks at us. Now, the first 2 stories are about people who lost something, and then they search frantically for it, and then when they find it, they throw a big party because they are so excited about it. Well, Jesus finishes this series of stories, these parables, with a story about a dad and his 2 sons. Now the younger son just gets fed up and he is so tired of being at home and he's like, I just want to leave, I gotta get out of this place. So he goes and he tells his dad, hey, I want my inheritance now. I want half of all your stuff now. So the dad gives it to him. The son leaves, he goes, he parties, he has a great time, buys a bunch of ice cream, buys 8 PS5s. I don't know why you need 8 PS5s, he bought 8 of them. That's not true, they didn't exist back then, but whatever. Anyways, he spends all of his money and then all of a sudden, he runs out. He's got no more money. And all of a sudden, he's got no more friends because his friends were only there because he was buying them PS5s and ice cream. And then he's sad, he's lonely, he's broke, and eventually he ends up eating out of a pig trough. Pig slop. With the pigs. Ugh.
Have you ever felt ashamed after losing something valuable?
Yeah, way back when I ran cross country, I lost this really cool water bottle. I brought it to a meet and I just left it there. It was really cool.
Now, live on the scene with a wanted water bottle lever. Shameful.
Guys, it's difficult when you lose something, but it's even worse when you know that it's your fault.
Absolutely was his fault. Completely normal in Evan's situation to feel sadness, guilt, irreparable loathing and shame, even anger at yourself. Look at him hiding under his hood.
Over the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about things that are lost and how they get found again. Specifically, we've been talking about what we do when we feel a little lost. Sometimes we feel lost because we don't feel noticed or seen, or we don't feel valuable, or we know we messed up and we're not really sure how to fix it.
So this younger son is not in a good place. He wasted all of his money. Now he's alone. He's hungry. He's just in a bad place. And he realizes even the servants at his father's house have food to eat. They have bread they had taken care of. And so he decides, man, maybe if I go home, my dad will let me be a servant in his house and at least I won't die in the gutter. Can you imagine how humbling that had to be? Can you imagine how depressed that son had to be? To be in a place where you left home all high and mighty, woo! To come back with nothing? To be saved because you're starving in the streets? And as he's walking back towards his father's house, and he's getting close, this is my absolute favorite part of this story. I'm sure this son is feeling so awful and he's dreading it and he's like, oh, what's my dad gonna do? He's gonna be so disappointed in me, he's gonna yell at me, he's gonna be angry. And the dad is in the house and he looks out and down the road he sees his son coming. What do you think the father does? Do you think he's like, oh, that son's coming back? Or why doesn't he have any stuff? The dad runs. I mean, he runs. He sprints down the road, wraps his arms around his son, and is overjoyed that his son that was gone, his son that was lost, is now found. He is back home with his dad. The dad is so excited. They throw a big, giant party. He welcomes him back, not as a servant, but he welcomes him back as his son, as a part of his family. Now remember, this is a parable. This is a made-up story with a purpose. So what is Jesus trying to teach us? I think Jesus is trying to teach us that he will always welcome us back. I think we're the son in this story, and God is like the father. That when he sees us coming back to him, runs with his arms wide, ready to embrace us and hug us and throw a giant party, bring us back into his family because of how much God loves us, because of how much God loves you. God will always welcome you back. Always, 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 because of how much he loves us. God always welcomes us back.
You know, I really like knowing that God is always going to welcome us back, you know?
I like knowing that even when I'm blind, which I am often, that God always welcomes us back. And I wish that Jolt and church people always felt like that. Sometimes it definitely feels like church people are so much less welcoming than we're supposed to be.
I really wonder, like, what makes a place feel welcoming? I mean, at least I hope that this does. I mean, I hope so, right?
I really hope so too. I hope that this is a place where you always feel like you're welcome and you always feel like you belong. And if you don't, please come tell us, because that is the single most important thing.
Absolutely. Hey, Jolt kids, remember you are awesome. God loves you, and Jesus always welcomes you back. See you soon. Who wrote this?
Yeah, that line was Cheese Machine.
We love you. Thank you for listening, and we really hope that you guys got something out of this. Bye, guys.